Welcome to yet another game. This is post-split fixtures, the first game, and we've got another game with St Johnstone here. They're playing bottom of the table Hearts. Let's have a look at the team straight off the bat. So St Johnstone with their classic 4-4-2. We saw this in the last game against Rangers. Xander Clark in goal, Tanser, McCart, Kerr, Ralston playing the back four, Wotherspoon, McCann, Davidson right in midfield, and May and Kane up front. And for Hearts, they're going with their 4-4-1-1. It's Pereira in goal, Hickey, Suter, Halkett and Smith in the back four, Walker, Irving, Sibic, Clare in midfield, and Naismith and Boyce up front. So let's see how the game pans out. It's always an interesting time when the splits has taken place. So St Johnstone just missed out. They're level on points with Hibernian, but their goal difference not as good. And so let's see how they cope. They're probably looking best to finish in 7th overall. Hearts, though, they desperately need the points out there today as they are fighting for survival in the Premier League. Bottom place, Hamilton only a few points above them, but in either case it could be a battle that takes it down to the very wire. And it's Hearts now who've won the ball in midfield. It's Naismith finds Walker, and that's a little 1-2 there. This is looking promising. They had a good victory against Aberdeen in their last game. And here's Boyce, but he gets the ball taken off him. And so St Johnstone now have a chance, but the chip forward isn't very good. Sibic, Irving, Naismith. Out to Smith. But Naismith back inside. He finds Clare out on the wing, but it's won back. And Wotherspoon now has it on the left wing. May plays a ball for Wotherspoon to chase. It looks like nobody's really wanting to go for that. It's a strange bit of play there, but it is Hearts who have the ball. Smith finds Clare on that wing, but again Tanser gets the better of him, but knocks it out for a throw-in. So pretty even keeling so far in this half. Boyce, he's got Naismith making the run, but he decides to switch the play. And Hickey now back to Boyce. Boyce's ball in isn't a good one. And St Johnstone again struggling to get passes together, but they've won it back with Wright here on this right wing. He's got Hickey for company. Oh, and that was May who managed to arrive in, but his shot in the end was easily gathered by Pereira. 13 minutes on the clock, and yeah, it was probably the best chance we've had so far of the half, and it came from what seemed to be nothing. May, he finds Davidson. Wotherspoon now is not going to get there. It's a poor pass from Davidson in the end. So Pereira will take this goal kick. Yeah, Hearts have had a fairly disastrous season, but instead the 1-0 win against Aberdeen in the last game may have just given them the confidence that they need for this relegation battle. We shall see though if they can string a couple of victories together. Boyce, decent ball. Naismith to run on to, put some pressure on, but it's well dealt with, and McCart's able to get it clear now to Kane. Kane runs into Davidson, runs into his man. And so Hearts now have the ball out. It's Walker on this left wing. Walker plays it on for Hickey. Hickey back to Walker, but Walker's pass is intercepted, but Boyce still has it. Now Walker has some chances. Nobody in the box really. Oh, but there is at the back post. And that's poor from Clare. He should have done better. He did really well with the run. Took his mark by surprise. But then the shot is just snatched at, and it's gone high and wide. That's a decent chance and some good build-up play from Hearts, and confidence in the passing. That's really what they'll be looking for. St Johnstone, though, so far defending relatively well. And that's Naismith, I think, to Smith. Back to Naismith. And Clare having a lot to say in this first half. He's run into his man there again. Oh, that's a decent ball. Wotherspoon will get to that. Smith in pursuit. Here's it in, and May runs into Halkett. And in the end, it's Hearts who come away with the ball. Sibic out to Clare. Clare plays it back into Sibic. Oh, if he'd have got the pass away a little earlier, that may have been through for Boyce, but in the end it's St Johnstone who look decent. Wotherspoon, it's cross blocked by Halkett, but he gets the pass to Tanser. Tanser now in the box, he's got nobody on him. He passes it, and the shot is poor. Pereira gets to it. It's a decent header, but Boyce isn't able to get there, and so St Johnstone sweep up again. Well, that's a decent ball, a bit too far though, and Pereira is able to get hold of it. So both sides preferring the long ball up to now. McCann to Davidson to Ralston. Ralston to Kane, but he's unable to turn, and so Hearts come away with it. That's going to go out. Too far ahead of Walker. Half an hour on the clock, and yeah, it's been fairly even. Kerr. It's well read, and Clare now has it. Sibic to Smith and Clare. Sibic up to Boyce. He's got Sibic running on for him, but he's not able to take it past his man. And May goes up against Suter. Suter, well, I thought he'd won that, but May's come away with it. And Kane is, I think, a mile offside there. He's, yeah, it's well held, the defensive line by Hearts, and in the end he's about a mile offside when the ball was played. Tanser now. Now, Hearts are playing this long ball game, and when they do, St Johnstone are equipped to deal with it. Clare, though, he finds Sibic. Naismith onto Boyce. Boyce turns well, and he chips the ball up for Walker. And back into the box, and Boyce! Well, it didn't look like he was going to get the shot off, but he did. He got between his men, got the full volley. But in the end, it sailed over the bar. So as we approach half-time, it's been an end-to-end game, really. A lot of the battle in midfield. But again, it's the final third that's letting teams down. This is Boyce to Clare. He's got Smith. Oh, and the pass is behind him. Tanser. Well, look at the space that's opened up to him on this left wing, and he's got bodies in the box. Lifted it in, but it's well dealt with in the end by Suter. Heads it back to his keeper. So 3 minutes of injury time this first half. Naismith, Sibic. Back to Naismith. Naismith coming back, making sort of fifth player in midfield at the moment. Clare. He's up against Tanser, but Tanser's stripped it off him, and you see the problem with Hearts there. They haven't got bodies in the box, and that can make it difficult to create chances. So, yeah, it ends rather disappointingly goalless, but let's see what we can see in the second half. These are the chances from the first half. And this was Clare arriving in the back post. Definitely one of the better chances. But he really hasn't hit that well, and it's just kind of shanked off his boot, gone wide. Again, this is Boyce, and this was unbelievable. It looked like Kerr had it covered, but Boyce has come in and got the volley off. We've been disappointed with where it ended up, but yeah, I think that shows just the two highlights that have been shown. 2 shots, 2 on target for St Johnstone against 0 for Hearts. The Hearts have had them more of possession, but it's been really even overall. It really needs just one team to take this game by the scruff of the neck and make something happen. Excuse me. Walker. Runs into Ralston, but wins the throw-in. Deep into the St Johnstone half. Hickey now. Finds Irving. Irving, nice pass to Walker. Walker's a little bit hesitant on this left side though. And again runs into Ralston. And right now takes it past Hickey. Makes a bit of space for himself now. And now he's got the whole wing to run to. And Suter's stuck in that no man's land. Doesn't know whether to go out to his man or not. And in the end he doesn't. And May did everything but score. Brought it down well. Suter, I think, Halkett got across to it and stripped him of the ball. So Hickey up to Walker. Walker this time cuts inside and manages to get the pass off to Naismith. Naismith plays it ahead of Boyce, but it gets cut out. And May finds Kane with the head. He takes it past Suter, but the ball is chipped up and Pereira is going to collect that. There's a long ball up for Boyce, but it's again won in midfield by St Johnstone. Wotherspoon runs a little too far and Civic is able to take it off him. Smith to Halkett to Civic to Smith. Wotherspoon now to Boyce. Boyce has got options and Naismith is one of them. Naismith now out to Walker. It's a great pass. Walker now has a bit of space, turns his man inside out. He has options in the box. Decides to go out to Hickey. Hickey's ball is not a great one in the end, but Hearts still have the pressure on. Clare has got Smith arriving outside him. He plays it up for Boyce. Boyce now turns, and I assume it was a shot. If it was a cross, it was a poor one. So Civic coming off, and McCann also for St Johnstone and Hearts. For Hearts to St Johnstone. And let's have a look who's coming on. Craig on for McCann for St Johnstone. And Langer on for Civic. And he's straight into that, giving away the foul. So it's another substitution for Hearts. They're looking to shore up that midfield. It's Irving coming off and Bosnic coming on. Bosnic. Tanza puts the ball in, and here Wright has some space. And again, Pereira is doing well, but a lot of these are straight at him. However, it has to be said, Xander Clark has had almost nothing to do. I'm not sure Hearts have managed a shot on target yet. Boyce does take it past his man, and that's a decent ball. Walker does win it. Bozanek's pass is nowhere. Halkett, Craig now. And that chip forward is dealt with well by Hickey. Pereira now plays it back out to Hickey. He plays a nice ball up to Walker. Walker's got some space here now, and not a lot of movement off the ball though. A little 1-2-1 with Naismith, Boyce, and that's Naismith, and he's through. And he decides to pass, and well, you think maybe the better option there would have been to shoot, but in the end the pass gets intercepted, and it's St Johnstone who are coming forward now with Ralston up to May. He plays it back out to Wright. Wright's pass, though, dealt with somewhat by Halkett. Finds his keeper. Fairly poor pass from Smith there. And that's a terrible pass from Smith. Kane, the head is cleared. Decent ball. Ralston. Kane turns and finds himself in a load of space, and right. Well, that's a better save from Pereira. He's made him work there, but the Hearts defence went to sleep twice in a row, and Wright found himself with a bit of space, got the shot off, and I think this is the first corner of the game. Holt is on for Davidson, and Avdijaj for Clare. Oh, that's a decent ball, but it's well dealt with defensively, and Smith does very well with the block there. Now Avdijaj plays the ball up for Boyce, but it's dealt with again by the St Johnstone defence. And St Johnstone looking like the team with the most momentum at the moment. Ralston now on the edge, but it's well dealt with again, and Hearts' defence, aside from a few blips, have been fairly solid. Now then, Naismith does well. Smith chips the ball for Avdijaj, and he wins the corner off his man. Restless Hearts support. They know that they need the 3 points really, and they'll hope that Hamilton will be dropping points in their game as well. Hamilton away to Killy in their next game. Corner goes nowhere though. Oh, it's offside. Smith was still making his way back from a nowhere position. And so St Johnstone have this kick. 6 minutes on the clock. Ball goes up. Holt is going to get there. He hammers the ball forward, and it's Hickey, I think, who dealt with that. Pereira now. Suter. Out to Hickey. Hickey brings it into Bozanic. Naismith. To Langer. To Boyce. Boyce has got options, but he runs into his man. Hamza named the man of the match from the St Johnstone announcer. Holt. Halkett. And Hearts need to get the ball up into the area. Naismith. Oh, that's better. Walker's got something to run onto. There's nobody in the box though, so he's going to have to hold it up. Although he does well. And Boyce now. Oof, that was close. That was very close, and it will be the last kick of the game. But look at this. Ah, it just sailed to the left of the post. And, you know, I'm still not sure that Hearts have had a shot on target yet. But that'll be the half. So it is St Johnstone 0, Hearts 0. And it's a point. It gets them level on points now with Hamilton. But you've got to think that St Johnstone will be the happier of the two with that end result. Well, thanks for watching. Catch you for the next game.